Hi guys, welcome to Becky.tarot. My name's Becky. I'm a spiritual advisor, clairvoyant and energy reader. Okay, just a quick video. I thought I'd kind of just discuss twin flames, because I've been on the twin flame journey for a very long time now. I'm not actually sure how many years, but years. And I'm sure there's plenty of people that have been on it longer. But if you want more information on that, go back to my other videos where I talk about waking up and going through my Kundalini awakening and twin flames and stuff. There's a few videos along the way. But I just want to make another quick one, because as you move through the twin flame journey, you learn a lot about yourself, other people, energies, the journey. And it's funny how I think for a lot of us, you wake up, well, yeah, I want to say a lot of us, I think you wake up thinking one person's your twin, and then along the journey, you deal with your actual twin, which, yeah, is, I mean, eventful, but whatever. So, like, for me, I went through a whole, like, I woke up through my twin flame, someone I thought was my twin flame, did a whole, I had a whole few years going through my Kundalini awakening and getting to grips with my gifts and like doing all the work that I thought would pull that person that I thought was my twin back, to say. And then now, you know, and then I met someone, had feelings straight away for this person, whatever, but thought I was in my ego, I thought, oh, I've healed all of those issues I had before, been through my Kundalini awakening, I've healed. And then this person tore me to my worst and my darkest and my most painful. And I'm pretty sure now that I manifested my actual twin. When I was healing and doing work, I pulled in my actual twin. And turns out he has done no work. And yeah, it was way darker than the person I thought was my twin. Way darker. But yeah. So that's quite common. I just want people to know, as you go through the journey, things like labels and whatever becomes irrelevant, because the first person that I thought was my twin woke me up, jolted me into waking up, set me on my healing journey, and yeah, like, set me on my way. The next person that brought me to my knees, literally, who I believe, maybe, it doesn't really matter anymore, but maybe that he is my twin. As much as it was horrific, and I'm not sure, I know for energy wise and healing wise, forgiveness is just a burden that you carry. I mean, certainly not right now. I don't think I could ever forgive that person. For me, at the moment, I'm sure, I mean, I've healed a lot, and I'm sure I will heal more along the way. But yeah, the labels are irrelevant, because that person taught me so much about myself. It taught me, it showed me my deepest shadows that need work on, my deep shadows that need work on. And that's what I've been doing, and that's what I will continue to do. And he taught me so many lessons. Like, there's so, like, just in how I will ever go about getting in a relationship and being in one. And it's taught me the kind of person that I need to be with. Like, I am too sensitive to my surroundings and other people's emotions, and just in general what's happening around me. I need someone that brings me peace and understands me That's what everyone needs. Like, well, not needs, but that's what everyone should, you know, have in a connection. A connection, a real partner, happy, healthy relationship should bring you peace. It's not supposed to come and bring you happiness. That's what you create. And you do create your own peace, but it should be peaceful. It should just fit and work. I'm not saying you won't have rows. I'm not saying there won't be issues, especially if you both need, you know, you have your own shadows and whatever, but that's where communication comes in, because you communicate when you're feeling a certain way. But when you're the right person, will work through it with you, will have your back, will be loyal and not sabotage you and humiliate you. That's not going to be how the right person is. So the twin flame journey has taught me so much. It's taught me so much about mirroring and projection. Everybody's everyone's projecting their fears. Everyone. It's taught me so much about acknowledging that some people just don't want to see who they are. Like, people, my ex taught me that people can be literally in denial about who they are and gaslight themselves because they don't want to acknowledge and face the terrible person that they are. And I actually didn't think they could like, I know people can project, I know people can be in shadows, but God, this person triggered me because I could not get my head around it. Like, I didn't believe that, I mean, there's shit people in the world, but I didn't believe that there was a human being out there that could literally have no morals, have no empathy, no care for other people at all. Like, none, not even children. Like, I didn't think you could have all of this in one person. I've seen set traits along my journey, but I've never seen it all in one. I've never seen someone just run completely in their ego. Like, literally, no true self, no true personality. Just however they want to show the audience in those moments. On this twin flame journey, I've just learned so much about the energy and about me and trusting myself. And I will never in my life allow anyone ever again to put me down to a dark enough place where my intuition is unknown, that I don't feel secure and strong enough in my channeling and the messages I'm getting to push that away. So yeah, like, on my twin flame journey, it's taught me, to trust no one other than myself and spirit, of course. But more to the point of, like, trusting myself and my knowing and my inner knowing. Twin flame journey is not about being with the person. I mean, if you manage to get a romantic partnership with your twin, I mean, that will be because you manifested it and you did enough work and whatever, that you two can even be around each other and you're not so toxic. The twin flame journey is about clearing it and clearing the karma. And clearing your shadows. And also, I believe that the twin flame journey, by going through it all, not only teaches you all those things, but teaches you about handling other people. Like, where it helps you to recognize. So when you can reflect and see the thing that when you've been triggered, you can then acknowledge it more in other people. It's not a journey for the weak. It's not, because it's constant growth, it's constant self-reflect. I mean, this is everything you should be doing in general. I'm not saying something special about being a twin flame, but it's about understanding that everybody has feminine and masculine energies in them. Everyone. But if your masculine is in their feminine and running on their feminine, Lord help you, because that's what I had. And that doesn't mean my ex was painting his nails pink and that. He was sitting in his feminine energy, which what did that make me have to do? That threw me into, I had to be in my masculine, because he's the masculine, he was sitting in feminine. So someone's got to take the role of masculine for the balance, for the yin, for the yang. So that threw me, a feminine, into working off masculine. So let me just express more on that and give you more info on that. So everybody has feminine and masculine energies within them, but you will be a masculine or a feminine, yeah, but you have both and it needs to be balanced, whatever. Masculine energy looks like protection, I'd say, kind of like provide and protect, but it doesn't mean like, oh, they've just got to pay for everything. I just mean it's a secure, protecting energy. The masculine energy is, and it's a giving energy. The feminine energy is a nurturing, receiving energy. So the masculine energy is more like a straight outward line, I would say, and the feminine energy is like a circle because it comes back around to receive. Yeah. So if you have your masculine, which is what I had my masculine sitting in feminine energy, not done any healing work, completely in ego, but sitting in feminine energy. So what that looked like, never took any control, wouldn't just deal with anything. Like, you fucked up, deal with it. Do something about it. Like, if there's an issue, resolve it. Like, there was no take control. And then it took me ages to acknowledge that, because he would speak all the right masculine things, like, oh, I wouldn't accept that, or I'll never, he used to say to me, I've got you. He used to hug me, kiss me on the phone and tell me I've got you, and I believed him for so long. Because that was just a manipulative side, just speaking. Because that's what he's supposed to, it's like he was aware what he was supposed to do, his role, but wouldn't actually do it. So by sitting in feminine energy, there's no security, there's no, like, you can't lean on that person. There's no taking control of life. Like, he didn't take control of his life at all. It was just kind of like floating around, is how I'd explain his energy. There would be like, no, right, I want to do this. This is a career I want to head down. So I'm gonna train for this. I'm gonna do this. And then it wouldn't actually, like, he wouldn't make a decision and actually make it happen. It would just be like, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Nothing would ever be finished. So inconsistent, all over the place. No stability in any format, right? This is what the feminine energy looks like in a masculine. Yeah, just sitting, taking, take, just take from the world, take from everyone. Everyone gives to me. This, yeah, no strong, no strong masculine energy in any format of that person's life, which is what, obviously, that's the how the masculine should be, the masculine energy. I'm not saying male, female, like that's not as in the balance, but that's the true masculine in their masculine will be protective, will be. It's just in their nature, the DNA. The primal, that's a masculine who is in their masculine energy. I'm not saying, oh, they're amazing, there's nothing wrong with them. I'm just saying it will be in their nature to protect. So their counterpart, they will be protective. Again, not controlling, protective. Protect their other half. Like, I'm not going to allow that. Make it a safe place for their feminine to be, so that knowing that they are the ones. Whoa, sorry, a flame just shot up like a child. That was crazy. I don't know what my guides are trying to say, but you know, like the little bits that come off it flew up from the candle. yeah, sorry. Yeah, like a masculine protects his feminine. He's protective of her. I say her, I shouldn't say her because it's only an energy, but protective of, just protects. Like, you can lean on me emotionally. You can be vulnerable with me. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to allow someone to come in and hurt you. No, like the protective energy, yeah? None of that. Just speaking it. None of it. Couldn't care less. Just bullshit. More about themselves. Selfish, right? So that jolted me into masculine, which was when you're in, so if you're a feminine and you've got a masculine that's sitting in feminine energy and you're thrown into masculine, it will be turmoil and it will be toxic because it's not natural for you and you are stressed and angry because this is not your natural state. It's not. Your natural state is to be nurturing, the feminine energy is nurturing, and to receive. Like, you create the home, your masculine protects it, I'm not being physically. You create the home, the nurturing side and the love, the masculine protects that. Yeah? But when you're now trying to be the protective, it's like battling against yourself. You're constantly in turmoil because you're being the one that's having to like make all the decisions, making this, you're doing this, and it's just you're banging your head against a wall, and it's uncomfortable because you're sitting in the wrong energy. So your manifestations will be all over the place. Things will just keep going wrong, or you'll just feel ungrounded, or it can show in so many formats because you're sitting in the unnatural energy. You're supposed to be balanced and equal in both, but you are, if you're a feminine, you are a feminine. So you will naturally sit in that energy. And also, just to bring in mind, so lots of feminines, like this was me before, I would sit in masculine because it's a survival mode for a feminine. So if a feminine's had like lots of trauma as a child or trauma, it's a response. You are jolted into masculine energy for survival, but it's about healing and getting to a point when you're ready to sit in your feminine and receive. Yeah. So yeah, that's Twin Flame Journey's taught me that about the masculine and feminine energies and how you can just see it around you, and how, yeah, like I said, being in my last relationship, realizing that I was literally with a masculine that was sitting in his feminine side, and I was just so uncomfortable all the time. I just couldn't find balance or balance in a relationship because I'm being thrown into my non-natural state. I'm a feminine. And I'm not saying I'm female, I'm saying I'm a feminine. I am a divine feminine. I nurture, I care, I create the home, and I'm open to receiving my masculine who protects me and that nurturing love. Yeah. Yeah. So it's taught me all of that. What else? It's just you grow and evolve so much that like the whole being latched to one person who is your twin flame just goes out the window. Like, you're just on your journey, and it's when you reach the point of like full focus on you and you stop giving your energy to others, you will go through so much pain, whether you think that one's your twin or you think that one's your twin. You will reach a point where you hit enough's enough, and the boundary comes up, and all the energy that you chucked into wanting that masculine, or he's my masculine, all of that energy goes right back into you. And I just heard, it's not saying journey complete, but I heard lesson complete. And I think that's when the twin flame lesson, karma, gets cleared. Because you've broken that chain. You're free from I'm just chucking into my masculine or someone else, or like energetically, however that is, you're just And there's been so many points in my journey where I thought I've reached this, like, oh yeah, and then I've learned another lesson. It's like, oh no, I haven't. Yeah. So you think you've cleared some stuff, and then normally it comes back around even deeper. But I think that's the point. That's one of the primal points, is when karma gets cleared. Because you've learned to pump into you and be ready to receive, not chasing energetically or physically. I mean, I don't know. Not chasing, not grabbing and fearful, not making things happen out of fear, not jumping into relationships, connections or whatever out of fear. You sit in your true state, you work on you, and you're ready to receive. Yeah, and that's when the karma gets cleared, I think, for the twin flame journey. For definitely the feminine anyway. I'm not sure, because you can have masculines that just don't want to do the work, obviously. But yeah, so twin flame journey is wild. But you will reach a point where you're not so caught up on the twin flame, and it just becomes all about you and your journey, and just you get more understanding for energies and how people work and how you function and work and the lessons that you need. Let's get a card from the Mystic Moon Oracle. So we have divine timing and free will, family, and then lesson, third party. So for me, one of my main lessons in karma has been dealing with partners with third parties. And after the last one, I have learned so much regarding it, and I'm pretty sure I've cleared the karma now. I've cleared the trauma and the trauma bond with people with third parties, because my mind has shifted and I'm ready to sit in feminine, which is receive. And it's not even just as in I'm ready to receive, it's I'm ready to allow. I've been in survival masculine energy all of my life, because from the age of 4, every man around me has hurt me. So I was in survival mode. There's a protective shield. And then the ones that I dropped it for were the ones that I felt energetically pulled towards. But those were, I was being energetically pulled towards them so that I could learn the lessons. It was my shadow putting me towards them, because they were only ever going to give me this. But now I'm ready to receive. I'm allowing to receive, which is why I've had so many gifts since I released the last person, because I actively chose to put up boundaries, walk away and release for the first time ever. I chose myself properly, but I chose myself whilst working through and reflecting and looking at my shadows. And that's key as well. You can't just have your shadows. You really need to, I'm someone that's open. Nobody's perfect. Yeah, I have insecurities. I'll be open about it, but that's me knowing my shadows and working with them. And that's what's key. Divine timing and free will. And that's when you, as you move through the twin flame journey and you clear karma and clear lessons, you do get choices. It is your free will to go, to choose who you want to choose. Do you want your twin, or do you want a soulmate that's when you've done loads of healing, and do you want a connection that's like no other, in you're not pulled to your twin with the shadow work, you're pulled to a soulmate that's happy, healthy, that you can create the loving family energy with, or someone that you could actually have a family with. Yeah? But yeah, so that's my update in what was 2022 now. It's my 2022 update on twin flame journey. Roll with it. Know that there's so many of us, and we're all here, we're all working together. Follow twin flame people, message. My inbox is always open to anyone that has questions about twin flame journey or waking up or whatever. If you want a reading, you can book a reading and we can go in deeper. But It's a journey, but it's a journey to yourself. And it's so worth it when you see yourself and accept yourself and accept the shadows as you work through them. It is worth it. Every step, every pain, every knife I've had in the back has been worth it to get me to the growth I'm at now. But yeah, I'm sending so much love and light. Bye.